Hola, how are you? Today I'm bringing the office to the beach so I can share a little bit of this paradise with you in Hawaii. And I want to share with you about what it really means to receive abundance. We usually want things and we want to manifest our life's desires, but then there's an aspect that is really important. It's as important as manifesting, that is to really receive what the universe wants to give us and not bounce it back because we're afraid of that. And I want to share with you a story of what happened to me last week that it was very special to my heart, and I hope that you can learn something in your life so you can also manifest more abundance in your life. So basically, Greg and I, my husband and I, we've been married for 7 years, and we both wanted to have dogs. A dog so we can share in this beautiful place. We always wanted to have dogs, but we always said no because the voice of reason said we gotta, we're people that travel. What are we gonna do when we travel? We don't have a gated yard. We are renting a house. What happens when we need to leave the house and we need to find another house? And are they gonna take a dog? It's gonna be way more complicated with a dog. So the years passed, and we always found a reason for not to have a dog. And one thing that is very important for Greg is dogs. He always had dogs, and he really expresses his love and his joy with dogs. He really is happy around them. And I also had dogs in the past, and I love them, and I always wish I had a dog so I can share my life here on the beach, go for walks, get in the water. But we always had these fears of what would happen, so we better not do it. So basically, a few weeks ago, something really shifted inside of me, and I started really thinking about it, and I said, you know what, I really want to have a dog. And I started taking action. I started asking my friends. So I asked them, what would happen if I would go on a trip? Would you be able to maybe look for, take care of the dog while we go? And a few friends show up and they said, you know what, I would totally stay in your house and I would house sit and take care of your dog if you had a dog. So all the things that seemed impossible for years, they started to seem possible if we started to find solutions to it. Then I talked to Greg and I told him, you know what, I think we're ready to have a dog. And he was still on the side of like, I don't think we're ready. I don't think it's a good decision. And I said, you know what, Greg, why don't we do this? If we are meant to have a dog, if God really wants us to have a dog, let's have a dog be manifested in the door of our house. And if we have a dog manifested in the door of our house, we're going to have to take it. So that was kind of a joke, but I meant it. And this is what happened that was very impressive. A week later, a friend of us knocked on our door, and he said, Mercedes, I'm really worried. I need to leave the island. I need to move to California. And do you know anyone that would take care of my dog, that would adopt my dog? That was a week after I said, if we want a dog, it's going to be manifested in our house door. So my heart was jumping with joy when I heard that, and a lot of fear at the same time, but fear because I was thinking, is this really happening so fast? And a part of me said yes right away. I didn't even know the dog. I never saw her before, and I was already loving her. And I said, look, let me talk to Greg, and if he says yes, we're gonna do this, because we were just talking about having a dog, and I think this is a very weird divine timing, the way things are manifesting. So I talked to Greg knew the dog, and he said, hell yeah, let's do this. He said, that's a wonderful dog, and I think we should have her. And I talked to the owner, and he was so grateful, because if he didn't have another option, he was going to give her on adoption on a pound, because he really didn't have anyone that would take care of her. And so his life changed, and now he can go on his trip to California feeling very good about that his dog is in a good place. My life had already changed, and I'm going to tell you about that in a bit. Greg's life has changed because he's in love with her, and he really is loving having a dog. And Ella, that is the dog, her life has changed. She now lives on the beach, she plays every day, and look at her. Ella, say hi. There she is. So there she is right next to me, and this is what we do every day. And yeah, I'm going to share a little bit more about how my life changed. I'm a surfer, as you all know. I surf every day, and Greg doesn't surf. And sometimes the waves are very small, and it's kind of boring to surf when the waves are so small. And I do it anyway, but I always wish I had a surf buddy. And I never imagined that surf buddy was going to be Ella. So I'm basically teaching her how to surf in a softboard. And we tried yesterday, there were some waves over here. I just pushed her, and she went on the waves, and she already knows how to do the balance, and we put her on a kayak and she loved it. So we're actually surfing and kayaking with her and going for walks, and we're enjoying the outside of Hawaii even more. So I feel that I'm blessed with abundance with this dog. Abundance is not just financial, abundance is all of these things that the universe has to provide for us. But what I want to leave you with, aside from this story, is that the key for me to be in this abundance today with this honey baby is that I said yes to what I asked for. I asked for something specific. I said, I'm ready for a dog. If you're gonna bring it to me, I'm gonna accept it. And when it was given to me in the front step of my door, I said yes, and Greg said yes. We received the gift. So this is what I want to leave you with today, that it's not only about asking about what we want, but when that thing manifests in our lives, let's say yes, let's receive it. And yes, you know what, we did have a bit of fear in the beginning when we got her, and we said, are we doing the right thing? What about when we gotta move? What about this and that? But you know what, I choose to trust that if she was given, look at her, if she was given in love and abundance by the universe like this, everything will be okay. And when that time comes to cross that bridge, we will be in a good place of abundance. We will figure it out, and it's all gonna be just fine. So that's what I want to leave you with. Just ask, but when you receive, trust that it's gonna be just fine, and go for it. Receive the abundance that the universe has for you. So I hope you enjoy this video blog, and I see you next week with more tips to manifest a beautiful, abundant life. And if you haven't joined my newsletter yet, just sign up in my website, mercedesmaidana.com, and learn the 5 keys to manifest your dreams. Okay, besos. Bye. Ella. Ella. Say bye-bye.